Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot Tube. I'm really glad you're here. Today's date is Tuesday, October 25th, 2022. And I have started back to Alaska. I am making this video in Boston, Massachusetts. And tomorrow I'll be flying back to Alaska and be reunited with a couple of very dearly loved and sorely missed furballs. So yeah, you can get ready to see Chloe and Alieska in the background anytime now. But I wanted to take, since I got here early enough today, I wanted to take a few minutes and explore my last video was about the mainstream media and how it's distrusted. And I thought on the heels of that, let's have the cards look at a journalist who seems to have integrity. I'm speaking of Lara Logan. She's a South African journalist who made her name in the journalism game during the Afghan war, being a correspondent there. And I have to admit, I didn't learn of her there. I wasn't listening to mainstream news and I wasn't interested in conflict news. But where she came to my attention was just a few months ago. She was one of the few journalists who was verifiably on site in the Ukraine. And she had some interesting comments to make about the situation she was seeing there. Let's take a look at a few of the comments here. She said the president there was selected, a puppet, and that Americans are being lied to on an epic scale. All comments I personally agreed with, based on things I'd read and what I was seeing. Now, Fox News cut ties with her last year because she had the audacity, or the accuracy, to compare Dr. Fauci with Dr. Mengele. And recently, just in the last couple of days, she made the news again. Newsmax has cut ties with this lady, her journalism, because of comments she made about ritual use of little ones. I can't be exact. Let's take a look at that, a couple of the comments. Now, Miss Logan shared her position about the controversial subject matter she tackles. And as she says, it's about breaking your will to fight. They need you to surrender. They need you to give up hope because there's too many of us. We outnumber them, and we all know who them is, right? And if we don't give up and don't submit, they have no chance. They just don't want us to know it. Now, I had to change this quote of hers where you see an XXX, think of little ones. The word for them that starts with CH. The question they don't want us asking is, where are all the missing XXX? A gazillion mainstream outlets have talked about the blood of young XXX being the secret to anti-aging. Why does nobody ask where the blood comes from? We're fine doing articles that say to use the blood of young XXX to reverse aging, but wait a minute, no journalist follows up and says, whose blood? How do you get it? Now, the mainstream is trying to paint Miss Logan as if she has, as they call it, gone full QAnon or conspiracy theorist, and that she's thinking in terms of myths and what have you. For the unawake, that the things she's commenting on actually do seem incredible. And we know the jolts that happen when you realize those aren't myths, honey. That's what's happening to little ones. It's tough. It's a sleepless night's reality awakening. And many people aren't there yet. I personally have great respect for this lady as she has learned the world and the deep, dark undercurrents in it. She's speaking out, even at personal cost. I'd like to see what the universe has to say, and especially what it says about her near future outlooks. Hopefully, our world will change very soon. And she, like a couple of others, will be trusted to be voices because they spoke their truth when it wasn't easy. And that takes cojones. All right, so I'm going to switch the camera and we'll see what the universe has to say about Miss Logan and her journalism efforts. I'm hopeful. The camera is very, very close to where I'll be laying the cards. Hopefully there's room for you to see the full setup. But as always, you get to see me do the shuffling, even though I'm not very adept at it sometimes, so that we know the universe is answering my question. I'm not trying to. I've already told you how I think. I think the woman, I have deep respect for her and for speaking her truth at a time when it's not easy to do. I can identify with that a little bit. Not to the extent she has, obviously, but so let's see. Okay. What a great signifier. This is, okay, our first card is the world. Second card is death. Third card is the Five of Cups. Gosh, you guys don't even need me to read these, do you? Then we have the Devil card. 3 out of 4 cards so far are major arcanas. 4 out of 5. Then we have the Star. Then we have the Hermit. We have 5 out of 6 are major arcanas. 6 out of 7 are major arcanas. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll be right back and we'll talk about these cards. I'm saying I'll be right back because there's a lot of information I need to process here before I start speaking. So I thought I got a lot of major arcana cards a couple of days ago when I was asking a question about Mr. T. I've never seen this many. So Miss Logan is a name to remember. She's going to be pivotal in some information sharing, I think. See, her card, the world, is showing up for her now. This is the world card is victory. First of all, so she has an indomitable spirit. She, as we have already seen, she's taken professional blows to speak her truth. And I don't see anything about that continuing, not continuing. So beautiful card to indicate this lady, this journalist. Now, the death card here clarifies that a little bit because it's about long, slow changes. She has had to undergo some changes, both personally, as she woke up. And then I think deciding to speak such difficult truths, even at a cost, that was a process, just like us accepting difficult information like that is a process. And, but she went ahead and did it. Now, look, in the recent past, this is a card of loss. She has lost her connection with now 2 news agencies. She may have to be fully an independent journalist from here on out until our world changes. The current card, the Devil card, she is definitely being targeted. That's why there's so many mainstream news articles, whether it's CNN or Yahoo, that paint her as a nut job because she's speaking truth that they don't want you to believe, to start to wrap your head around. Okay, so there's a major disinformation campaign going on for this lady. However, look at her near future here. We have the Sun card showing up for her future. Okay, pardon me, the Star card. And that is a card of optimism, creative power. Often it involves some off-world energy. So does the Hermit card that is aspecting the Star. Often has divine, off-world, or future self energy involved. I think it's easy to say that her work, her truths have caught the eye and the ear of benevolent beings, which is good because she's also caught the ear of the deep state. And they are probably going to go from trying to discredit her to trying to cause her harm. So I hope she takes every precaution to stay safe and keep speaking her truth because she's needed. She's definitely needed. And she's earned the right to have credibility. It didn't come with a big contract and a press campaign, PR, publicity stunts. Okay. We have the 10 of Wands showing up for a little more information. Now, you know, the 10s are the ends of something. So it's been a struggle for her. We're on the home stretch. Okay. And the Ace of Wands shows up. Love seeing this. This is about new beginnings and potential, creative success. So it's looking good that she's going to get past these current difficulties, the disinformation that's out there, the way they're trying to slander her. And she's going to prevail in a very excellent and beautiful way. We have another ace showing up. Wow. Look at those major arcanas and aces. That's incredible. That is incredible. Okay, when you have the pentacles, that's about an ace there. That's about manifesting contentment, prosperity. And she'll deserve it. She's earned her stripes, just like Linda McAllister has. So, for McAllister TV. And again, we've got some fast-moving events here with the wands. Okay, we've got it's an 8 of wands, and they're fast-moving events, and those are events. So she's going to be coming out aces on top of some fast-moving events to be a trusted source, despite the efforts of the deep state to discredit her and have her seem to have come unhinged or gone off the deep end. She hasn't gone off the deep end. She's just speaking difficult truths. So, Miss Logan, I'm sorry I butchered your first name. Very, very sorry about that. I hold you in the highest esteem. The efforts you're doing are going to be rewarded. They are important. They will be needed. And truth will prevail and truth will come out, and you'll be part of delivering some of those difficult messages. So I don't know that you'd ever see this, but if you do, hang in there. You're appreciated, you're valued, and your truths are recognized by those of us who are awake. So that's it for this video. Thank you for joining me. Your time is precious. I do appreciate it very, very much. Okay. If you're a new subscriber, I welcome you to my channel. If you've had to resubscribe, welcome back. And for those of you that chose to send me a gift by way of buy me a coffee, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated, but it's not necessary. And as always, I'm going to be the one person that says if you can't afford it, don't do it. I just appreciate your emotional support, your positive intentions and prayers just as much as anything you could do with our fiat dollar. So it's appreciated, but it's not necessary. Okay. So until next time, and that won't be tomorrow because I am going to be getting home and enjoying my kitties. So it may be a couple days. I mean, it's going to take something huge to make me get home from this trip and do a video tomorrow night. So enjoy this one because I'm taking a day off. Okay. And so until next time, walk in the light, stay hopeful, keep your vibration high because that feeds you and not negative energy. And that helps the entire reality we're living in. Thank you. Good night.